Hello, welcome back to my next video. I'm sorry it took a while to record a next one. To be honest with you, I have been lazy, but I am going to try and get better at it and do it more often. But today I showed you how I got my fluffy eyebrows. I showed you how to do them just like this, or if you want it more defined, I showed you how to cut it with concealer as well. So I hope you enjoy and let's get started. Okay, first I'm going to brush my brow hairs upwards because that's how I'm going to set them at the end. And then I'm going to use the brow pencil and then fill in the sparse areas, and that's it. I don't like to fill like the whole brow because we're going for the natural eyebrow look, and that's the one I really prefer and I really love it. I love it so much. So I'm using the e.l.f. I'm using the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil to do so. You just want to fill in sparse areas. And then I drew a line right here that I'm going to blend it out. You don't really need to do this part, but I don't know, I just do it. I like it for some reason. It just gives a little bit of a line right here. And I think I'm done with this side. And I just like brush the brow hairs up to see how it's going to look when it's brushed up. If I need to fill in any more areas, and I will do so. But I do want to let everyone know that if you do want to do the natural brow look, you don't have to fill in every sparse area. Something in my eyelash. But yes, you don't need to fill out every sparse area because natural eyebrows, they're naturally sparse. Unless you have absolutely full, perfect ones. Mine are pretty full, but they do have sparse areas. They are pretty hairy. Like this eyebrow was a lot harder than this one. This one was really quick and it took me not that long to do. But this one's just a tad bit longer, not too much. Because I have a little bit more sparse right here and right here as well. And a little bit up top. Like I feel I have to be more precise with this one. It doesn't see, look, it doesn't take that much longer. I was being dramatic. Okay, then I'm going to brush upwards like I did with the other side. Like I said, this part's not needed. I don't even know why I do it, to be honest. Well, it gives it like a little bit more of a precise look, like if you carved it with concealer. Just a little bit, like a more natural way. Okay, so that's about it. I'm going to fill out and then we will set with soap. I like using soap. You can either use clear brow gel soap, or if you want to go to the next level of brow gelling, whatever you call it, gelling, you can use lash glue. Now if you use lash glue, your eyebrows will, they're gonna be so stuck on, it's gonna be hard to even take it off. That's how intense using lash glue is. But I like to use it on myself sometimes, and even for clients. I have really tough brows that do not want to stay up even with soap. Like sometimes mine won't stay with soap, but it's letting you know it's hard to take it off. So right now we are gonna go with soap. I need to move so I can open it. So I'm gonna use this soap right here. You can find this soap. It's like a mango smell and it's shaped like a heart. Mine looks disgusting because I use it a lot, but I use this. It's from Sudsy Salamanders. They're on Instagram and I will link it. I'm not sure if I know how to link things yet. I'm so sorry, but I will list it down below in the description. It looks disgusting because I do use it quite often. That is like me and clear brow gel. It could never, like, my hairs will not stay up with clear brow gel. So we're gonna get started with we're gonna get started with the soap eyebrows. So first off, you want to spray it. You can use water or setting spray. You want to spray it to wet it and turn it into a gel. Turn it into, like, yeah, basically an eyebrow gel. And then you want to get a spoolie brush and you want to scrape the product off, which I had, excuse me, I already have product scraped off because I use it often. I cannot find my brush. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Here you go, I found it. It was misplaced. Okay, and then I have cat hair everywhere. My brush is dirty as well. It has a bunch of soap on it. Well, is it really dirty if it's soap? Huh? Okay, let's get started. If you have a cat, cat hair is gonna be everywhere. Okay, then you're gonna get the brush and then you're gonna just scrape on it and then turn it into a paste. And that's what you're gonna use to put on your eyebrow. Let me make it focus. Yes, this is what you're gonna put on your eyebrows to make them stick. Now it doesn't work as much as putting lash glue, but it does work pretty well. And then we're gonna brush the brow hairs upwards. This brush is so bad. I should not be putting it on my face right now, but I'm being realistic. I didn't clean it, obviously. I love doing my eyebrows like this. It's my favorite. I love how it looks. Like, it makes your eyebrows look so much fuller than they actually are. And if you feel like you want to as well, go back in with the brow pencil and add more product. Because sometimes it can go away because it is soap. Keep that in mind. It's still soap. So it sometimes can wash your brows off of just quite a bit. But I actually do love this look right here. I do like how it looks. It looks very, very like natural and brushed up, and it looks very hairy. And then you're gonna let it sit and dry just a little bit, and before it dries completely, if you like to make it a little, how do I explain it, less upwards, you can get like your spoolie and start like combing the top hairs down just a little bit. Let me show you how that looks. Just like that. And then you can like push it to have it set even more. See, this eyebrow has more trouble all the time. Okay, that's about it. See how it does. And I want to put these down a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. And that's how I get these eyebrows. That's how I get them to look nice and fluffy and stay put. And then if I'm doing like my makeup, whenever I'm doing my makeup, I will do the soap as my last step. I will apply the soap last, so it'll be easier to do my makeup around it, and I wouldn't have to clean up the soap off the edges. Because when I first started the soap brow technique, I would just do my eyebrows first straight like this, and then I would put my makeup on, but the reaction with the soap and my foundation and concealer and all that stuff, it would react weird, and it would look all crusty and not good. So I would like to do, what I do is I do my eyebrows. Sometimes I even do my eyebrows completely last, even with the brow pencil. But if I'm doing like more precise eye look or something like that, I will use the brow pencil only. And then after everything is done, my face, my lips, everything, I will go in with the soap afterwards, so it can make make my makeup process a lot easier, and I really recommend doing that. Okay, and that is it. If you just want the nice fluffy eyebrow, this is what they look like. So pretty. I love doing them, but you can as well, which I do with more dramatic looks, you can also carve it with concealer as well. And I will. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I carve the eyebrows with concealer. And the concealer I'm using is the Tarte Shape Tape to do so. I usually use this to prime my eyelids as well, but I only carve the eyebrows sometimes when I'm doing like more dramatic eye look, when I want to look more sharp. But sometimes I even as well, I leave my eyebrows like this when I do a dramatic look. I like it either way. But I did want to say something about using concealer as your eye primer, which I do want to talk about that more in a future video. But when people use concealer as eye primer, it doesn't work as well as using an eye primer, because eye primers are made for the eyes, and that's what they're made for. And concealers are not made for to prime your eyes for eyeshadow. They're made for your under eyes. So that's why I just wanted to put that out there. So that's why and I also wanted to say, I also do feel like a more matte concealer does work pretty well as priming your eyes, but not as great as an actual eye primer, but it does get the job done. So I'm trying to use this for that. And I did want to also as well say I didn't like this for under my eyes, so I haven't used it in a while since then, but I started using it for my eye primer and using it under my eyebrows, and it does work pretty good for that. So even though I should have saved all that for another video, let's get started on carving the eyebrows to show you how to do this as well. So I do like to use a brush like this. Ay, my all dirty from all my makeup. Ay, I do like to use a flat brush like this to do my eyebrows, and whenever I'm doing a cut crease, I like to use it for this too. And make sure the brush is really thin, like super thin. And if it's not thin enough, you want to flatten it out like that. But this brush I'm using, it's a Sephora brush. You can't even see the name anymore, barely. You can barely see the name anymore. But this is a really old brush. I don't know if they have this brush anymore, but make sure you do find a brush it's similar to this one. Okay, and then you want to take a little bit of product at a time. That's the way I personally like to do it, and which the best outcome is. So first we're gonna start. I usually start in the front. Some people say to start in different places, but I just start in the front, and then I move the product this way. And whenever you apply product, like it can be for anything, like for your foundation, for your bronzer, for your eyeshadow, for your lips, when you place product down, it's supposed to spread out. So you don't need to apply, like straight up apply product every single spot. Like when you do your foundation, you don't need to apply it everywhere in every spot then blend it out. You can only apply like a few spots and then blend it out, because product, it's made to be spread out. It needs room to blend out. So that's why, because I see many people painting their face on, and that's why it looks too heavy. You don't need that much product even to get full coverage makeup or full coverage anything. You just need the perfect amount, and then when you blend it out, it moves. You need room for your products to move around. So like I just played the product right here and it moved it this far. It already moved this far. And I'm gonna add a little bit more. See how the product needs room to move. And then as well, I like to bring the concealer a little bit higher because I don't want my eyebrows to look super thick. I want them to look a little bit thinner. I'm going to move the product a little bit more upwards. Like, I'm not perfect at it either. I still mess up from time to time. Like, I am probably messing up today. Since I'm trying to show you how to do it, I'm probably going to mess it up. Most likely. And then you want to use a little bit of product at a time. Make sure it looks good in my mirror as well, because usually whenever I'm doing my makeup I'm facing, oh, my nails look horrible. I'm usually facing this way, not facing like this way because my mirror is towards that way. And I'm still trying to get the hang, well, this is my first time trying to get the hang of it. What am I saying? But this is pretty hard. I need to find a way to be able to be facing this way so I can be able to do it a lot easier. But if not, we're just going to keep practicing and make it work. Okay, what I'm doing next, I'm just blending out the lines out. I might want to move it a little bit higher. Just checking. Also, if you want to make sure like your makeup or anything looks nice, looks good in different settings. I do have these few hairs that do not want to stay up, and that's why I sometimes use the lash glue. But okay, as I was saying, like, look at your makeup and look at it in different settings. See how it looks. Does it still look good? Does it look different in different lighting or different settings? And then fix it as you go. That's why I like keeping a smaller mirror next to me and then one more far away, and it just helps a lot. So I think I'm going to move it up just a little bit more because I want it to be a little bit more thin. But I'm probably going to bring my mirror closer so it's getting brighter because it doesn't have a light on it. So we're going to bring it a little bit higher. Sorry if you can't see it. Like I said, I'm still getting the hang of this. There we go, I messed it up. Like, no matter what, this is always the hard part with doing eyebrows. Like, this part takes a lot of patience, a lot of time. But if you also take it up too high, you can also like get your brow pencil and then just fill it back in and then do it again. You can do the same with eyeshadow. Like if you cut your crease too high, just go back in with your eyeshadow and then try it again. Okay, I want the front to be a little bit higher. Okay, I think we're getting there. And then you want to blend it out. See, look at, I can show you right now how to fix that. You just get your eye pencil and then you just fill in that part again. And then if you need to, blend it out. And then now there's this, and you just cut it with concealer again. And if you need to, if your brush gets like not so straight anymore, you can just make it straight again. It's crazy how whenever you're trying to whenever you're trying to show buddy something and it doesn't work, excuse me, and it doesn't work out, like, this is supposed to be a tutorial, but it's not going that well. But I guess it happens. Okay. Okay, so I do have eyebrow hairs that are right here. I do like this shape that I have, so I'm probably just I do cover those with concealer because I don't want to cut them off because it looks like my eyebrow. What am I saying? My eyebrows look, I do have little hairs right here on the outside, but I don't want to pluck them off because when I don't do my eyebrows, they look fine, like just this perfectly. I don't even know how to explain it, but when I do have my eyebrows, I do have hairs up, but I just cover them with concealer. Okay. You can even use your fingers to blend things out. I'm sorry, you cannot see it. And then we'll go in with another brush to blend out the edges as well. Using your finger does work too. So this is another brush that I got on AliExpress in like a brush set. Not the best quality brush, but it does work. I've been using it for years. And it gets the job done. Okay, and that'll be about it. I think that's finished. So that's what that one looks like. Let me brush it out again. So this is what the very natural one looks like. This is what the carved out one looks like. I personally love how this one looks a lot better. I love doing this. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I know it was kind of a mess because it was kind of hard to film, and I'm still pretty nervous at doing this. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.